gifts, you can return a gift. This is Channel 87. I'm Colin.
And I'm Kenny.
This episode on movie reviews,
Logan.
Unlike other movie channels, this one is going to be completely spoiler free. With the exception that sometimes we may say stuff like, this movie's mind blowing. So whenever this guy's about to give away any detail, we can just cut him right out. Just so you know, before we went to watch the film Logan, we rewatched the other two Wolverine standalone. Although you and I both know it had very little to do with each other. The important thing is, how was the movie Logan? What did you like about it?
Goddamn Kenny, I love this film. It met all my expectations. It gave me the violence and gore I wanted. It gave me the action and thrill that I desired, and it gave me a comedy and laugh that I didn't expect. And it also gave me a ride through a roller coaster of emotions. Best thing of all, it gave me an instant orgasm.
For 2 whole hours. Imagine having to sit beside this guy.
That's what she said, but seriously, this movie gave me what I wanted in a rated R Wolverine film, and what everyone deserves.
And the important thing is that they weren't restricted by the PG-13 or 14A. Not saying that every rated R movie is amazing or every movie has to be rated R, but they were able to show Wolverine as if he's an animal and Logan as he's a human.
Mm-hmm. Which brings me to the point, you can actually see the potential in the Wolverine that was set in Japan in the previous film, where it was the same director, James Mangold, which I felt he was really handcuffed due to the PG-13 rating, and was finally unleashed to see the potential and the result in the current rated R Logan film.
If you ever had the chance to watch the extended cut of the Wolverine set in Japan, you would have had that taste, just a little tease of the rated R Logan. But in this one, you have the full serving. Unfortunately, every movie does have the pros and cons, right? So there's always good stuff about the film. Although we loved it, absolutely loved it. What did you like about it the most?
Oh man, Kenny, there was just too many positives. Can't even count. But what I would say was the acting. The acting was so next level. The actors were so good that I was so invested in them, especially with Hugh Jackman as Old Man Logan, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, and what's her name again? Daphne Keane as Laurie. These guys played off each other so well. Their relationship and chemistry with each other was so good. I was literally off of my seat the whole time because I was so invested. And you heard it now. This movie is an Oscar contender. Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Actress.
Which brings me to the point, the direction they took for this film. Referring back to what we said before, the rated R, they used the violence to express the anger that these characters had, and the amount of swearing. They were cursing to a point that you felt the frustration of these individual characters, and at no point it was actually overkilled.
And to complement that was the score and the sound mix fit perfectly and amazingly to every beat and count in the movie.
And I understand a lot of people would say and believe that this movie was a little bit too slow, but the way I see it is it was necessary at every point because it emphasized the character a lot more. If the movie was any little faster, you wouldn't have got the same experience at all.
And you're right. It was fast when it needed to be fast and was slow when it needed to be slow.
Which brings me to some of the negatives. Not specifically with the film Logan, it's just most action scene that Hollywood makes. A lot of times they have amazing choreography, amazing fighting action choreography, but the end result is all chopped up into bits and pieces. So instead of the audience being able to enjoy a great fight scene, you end up with a minor headache instead.
Which brings me to my point. Mine's not really a negative. It's more of a nitpick. In some scenes, you would really tell that there were some continuity issues, and you'd be thinking, did they really shoehorn that in? And also, there were some scenes.
And as we promised, whenever he's about to give away any details, we're just gonna cut him right out or mute him. But what he meant was some of the casting for the side characters was not streamlined enough to represent where they came from. And which brings us to the rating. Like most movie review website or YouTube channels, there's always some sort of rating system.
And in every episode, we're going to give you a different symbol that relates to the movie.
And just to give you a brief idea on how our rating system was going to work is... So now you have a pretty good idea on how we're going to rate our movies. Colin, how would you rate the movie Logan?
I love this movie, so I'm going to give it 4.5 claws.
For me, I really liked it, but then there were some areas I could have improved on, so I'll give it 4 claws.
Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Comment below and let us know what you think. And don't forget, subscribe here.
And soon enough, we're going to have more ways for our audience to follow us, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WeChat, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and even Uber.
And back to you, Jim, for weather.
We have a gym for weather?
Yeah, we're going to have it sometimes.
We're going to have a person specifically talking about
Who
weather?
cares? We can just make up his name and just go on with that.
Jim.
Jim, John, George, anything.
You just...